Hello, this is my first video and I'm dedicating it to Tony of Tony's Bonsai, a person I met way too late. Rest in peace. So anyway, you inspired me, Tony, to try to do this myself with videos. So I'm going to start by just showing you my little bench here. We have fertilizer, insecticide, rooting stuff, cut paste, all sorts of ways to hold plants, wire, and I use the wrapping from newspaper, some of it down there, to tie plants together. And I just thought I would show you, to start with, some of the plants that I find in my yard. I live in South Florida, and I really just got started with this maybe a year ago. So lots of problems, lots of mistakes. But anyway, these are plants that came from my yard. I think every single one of these. And I'll just show you a little bit what I do. This is a Suriname cherry, which I have plenty of coming up in my yard. Plenty. And I think they're really good for this, even though I don't know of anyone else doing it. They bend easy. I've got quite a few here coming up that I pulled from the ground. Here's an example of one right here. This is also a Mayan spinach tree. They come up in my yard from a good friend. Gave me one many years ago, and they sprout everywhere. These are all small Suriname cherries that I've dug up, these tiny ones down here. Some look like they need a little water. This also comes up in my yard. It's Schefflera. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to let him go because he looks kind of cool. That's a problem I have. I let things go because I like them, and then they grow too big. Anyway, back here we have some orange jasmine. I just found out what it is today from my wife. These are cuttings. I don't know that they'll root, but they might. This is my very first pot that I made. I made it after watching Peter Chen make one. All it is just concrete in a bowl that has been wrapped with plastic wrap. You can see, a plastic bag. You can see where the bag all kind of crinkled in. I like it. It grows fast, so I chop the top off and let it grow some more and let the trunk get bigger. If it gets like this tall, let's see here, it gets this tall, then the whole thing blows over in the wind. So I don't do that. Back here is a big chunk of a Suriname cherry trunk that I trimmed back that I'm hoping will root. We'll see. Back here I have my little board that I draw on. This is a very interesting plant, at least I think so. It's called Snow on the Mountain, and we have a whole side yard full of these, which I will show you at some point. But I cut the top off them and then I root them, and sometimes they take. This one looks very cool, I think, and it's got a lot of bending here, up and down, which these adapt to. So all these little pots, some of which I made, are going to be filled up with more of these Suriname cherries. Okay, they're everywhere in my yard. Okay, so that's the plants, most of them I think, that come up in my yard, and I go dig them up, and sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. Anyway, welcome. This is Bonsai Anonymous. Have a good day.